They bought this farm back in, I believe they bought it in '32, which would have been my grandfather and his brothers. My grandfather died and my grandmother took it over, and my father bought it off of her, and my father's still alive. He owns front part. We bought more acreage in the back, and so it's still in the family. It gets in your blood and you just can't. It's, you know, it's hard work. Baling hay's hard work. Taking care of animals hard work. It's dangerous. Grandfather to father to hopefully someday mine, and then hopefully someday my kids. And most farms, I think, are like that now. They're passed down. I had a teacher in school, a ag teacher in school. He says there's two ways you get into farming. You inherit it or you marry it. So he was right. Born in New Brighton, raised right here in this valley for 57 years. As local as you can get, I guess. Have I been in farming? No, I have a normal job every day. You just can't make a living off of the scale that we are. It's a really expensive hobby. But I guess not any more than if somebody had a race car or something like that was their hobby, you know. We got cows. It's enjoyable, believe it or not. Beef and lamb is primarily what we do. We do sell eggs too. The beef side of the farm, we make probably enough to pay for the baler twine and the wrapping. We sell to anybody that wants it. The big thing that's happened to us is in the winter time, where people will come by, there'll be snow in the ground, and not maybe even really cold, but they see these cows out there laying in the snow. Well, that's the way it works. I open the barn up when it gets down to about 10 below, 5 below, and they can go in if they wish. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's just the way the animals are. But people see them laying in the snow, and they attribute human thoughts and comfort to them, and that's not the way it works. They're just, you know, they're animals. Pretty much all the farmers I know and that I've seen around here. I did spend a few years in the Czech Republic living there, and I've seen some things there that would curl your hair. But here, pretty much everybody's real responsible when it comes to their animals. For pasture, you need an acre per cow. Out west, you need 10 acres per cow because they don't have the type of grasses and things we have. You know, they got to graze more. I've seen a few places around that, and I've sold hay to them relatively cheap, they got more animal than they got land. You know, you try to help them out. But some people, they do get into it thinking that it's a real simple thing to do when it's not. And then they forget winter time. How am I going to feed them in winter? Then they got to go out and buy hay. And this year in particular, the hay is selling phenomenal amounts of money. These cows here, do I give them antibiotics every day? No. Do I feed them with grain every day? No. If they need a shot of antibiotics, they get it just like we do. But it's not something that's prolonged. And I think people have lost the touch of where their food comes from. Milk doesn't come out of a carton. It's not a real glamorous thing sometimes where it comes from and how you get it, but it doesn't come out of a carton, you know.